Hey y'all, I'm Rashina.
Hello, I'm Chandra,
And we are the DuoDivas.
DuoDivas.
Welcome back to DuoDiva Podcast. Today's guest, baby, he is everything, okay?
What?
We have the Label Me exclusive in the building, okay, Mr.
The
Architect.
event architect.
Okay, the event architect himself. Please stay tuned for this amazing guest that is up with your girls today. We have some great conversation coming, so y'all stay tuned. Welcome back, y'all. DuoDivas.
Hey, hey. Today we have Mr. Alfred.
Hello. It's Alfred Rucker. Label me exclusive, the event architect. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Google, and even your mama house. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, label me exclusive. And I am here with the amazing DuoDivas on today. Now back to the episode. What's going
architect
on?
himself.
Yes. Mr. Alfred.
Welcome, and thank you so much for your support and your time today.
Of course,
Yes.
I am glad to be here with y'all.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
It's so good to see you again. We know that you've got so much going on, sir. You is that dude, okay? When it comes to anything architect design wise, you are that guy. So yeah, we want to just get in a little bit about exactly what it is that you've been doing, what you do, and how you've gotten to where you are.
Yes, of course. Well, my company is Label Me Exclusive, but I personally am known as the event architect. It has been a blessing and a pleasure to be on all types of creative things, from event activations, from working with big brands, and really just getting out there in the social atmosphere. But also this year has really been pressing into the wedding season and wedding events.
Okay.
Next week, I am nominated for Florist of the Year for the
Oh,
EMCA Awards.
congratulations.
So I'll be flying out to Fort Lauderdale. And so I'm really excited about just where our business is going and navigating through those different nuances of like owning a business, starting from the ground up.
Yes.
It's always a pleasure because y'all were one of my first clients,
We
when I
were.
first started
Yes.
with small little dinnerscapes.
Yes.
And I remember y'all grand opening and things like that. And so I think we have like really transcended from starting with just doing balloons and like a little bit of floral. So now like full service design production.
Yes.
Whether it is that you want to activate something that is a temporary pop-up, or if you want a full service event, from galas to weddings to conferences. You call me.
We are
and
just
I
so
got you.
proud of
We are
you.
so proud of you.
Thank y'all.
Because
Thank
literally,
y'all.
like, you did both of our dinners, like birthday dinners. It was like 5 years ago.
5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
And to see how God has like moved you from literally 5 years, it feels like yesterday.
Yeah,
how much
absolutely.
your business has grown.
Label Me Exclusive turned 5, October 18th.
All
So, yeah, 5
right.
years old.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
Congratulations.
just to see
Awesome.
that, yeah.
That's what's up. You've definitely worked with a lot of people in the city as well, as far as just different other entrepreneurs and other people in the industry.
Absolutely.
And it's been amazing to see your work, like you said, from 5 years ago to now. It was amazing then, but it is immaculate now. So it is just a blessing to be able to have you in our corner and just to have, get to know you and just to watch you grow as far as on your journey as well. You're also a father.
Yes.
How's it going?
And a husband.
And a husband.
So yes, my lovely wife Brianna is how I actually met y'all.
Yes, we love Bree.
She was-
Shout out to Bree.
Shout out to Bree.
And so we just celebrated 6 years.
Okay,
We celebrated
congratulations.
6 years in August, and we've been together 12 years. So we are
Wow.
college sweethearts, and
That's
we have a
amazing.
baby boy, Alfred Emmanuel
Yes.
Rucker Jr.
Come
AJ.
on.
He's something. So I tell people, but
He's a cutie.
the blessing of fatherhood has been amazing in this season, and
Yes.
I always tell people who you marry and who you're with, your partner. You need to be intentional.
That's
Because,
right.
although I'm the person that people see a lot of times, she has been the neck, the backbone,
Ooh, I
me,
love that.
the original
Yes.
assistant,
Yes.
team lead.
Give Miss
Yes.
Brianna her flowers.
Okay.
All of those things. And so
Yes.
I think that I would not be where I'm at without my
Amen.
wife's support and being that extra hand.
Yes.
She's so glad that I have a team now, but so that
Yes.
she don't have to be
Do
the only
ya?
person.
I was
But,
just getting
uh,
ready to ask, like, how
yes.
do you guys navigate how
Yeah.
busy y'all are when
Yeah.
you got a family, you're a dad,
Yes.
you know, and a husband? Like, how
I
do you
feel like
navigate
a village,
that?
right? I always
Yes.
tell people villages come in different shapes and sizes. From people having to watch
Right.
AJ, just Saturday, even like his little babysitter nanny, Miss Sonia, like she has been a blessing in disguise. She played around and was like, I'll watch him. That's my baby. And like she really
Now
started
she's-
watching him.
okay.
And like I think that's so important that like you cannot navigate through what God has for you sometimes
Amen.
without willing to understand the call of other people
That's
and
right.
what job they're going to have to do in your life
Right.
to make sure that your dreams come true, but
Yep.
also that you leave a legacy behind. And
Come on.
so having my son, I have been more I guess intentional about my life in general because now I have something and someone that I want to leave something that they can be proud of.
That's right.
Whether he gets in the industry or he just
It's-
says,
hey,
I'm going to sell it.
exactly.
It's something, right?
love
And
that.
I think that that's very important because I think in the Black community, a lot of times we're all doing this, started from the bottom, now we're here.
That's right. Come
And
on.
I think that we have to definitely make sure that that's not for our next generation.
Right.
That we leave them with something.
I agree.
It's
more
important.
Than
Started from the bottom.
and a Gucci
Everybody
bag
don't have
Gucci
to. Everybody don't have
and
to
Louis
have that.
Vuitton
Get it
and
from the
things of
bottom
that.
story.
I don't think that we all have to have this struggle
That's right.
mentality or this struggle story. And
Yes.
so I want him to be able to navigate through whatever it is that life will take him, but know that like he has some backing financially and
Right.
emotionally.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes we have the emotional part. I think my parents did a great job of saying like, you can do it. They've always supported me being bigger than the small town I came from.
That's good.
And I think that's important. I think, but reality is when we come into that next season, like how do we financially support and back the dreams of our
Right.
children? And so
Right.
I'm a
love
big
that.
advocate for that.
That's
And,
amazing.
just whatever you do, like just know you can't spend up all the money
Right.
and things like that. And then how do you use your money to invest in different things? You know,
Yes.
because the event architect, you have to be real, right?
Yes.
I won't always be the hottest
I
person
see.
in
That's
the city.
right.
You
That's
know?
right.
And so
It's
how do
always
you
somebody
navigate?
coming for that spot.
That's
so
right.
how do you navigate through that where you can make consistent money, make sure that your brand is something that people are going to continuously come to and support, but also how do you navigate through like even the transition that one day will come where I won't be standing up and standing on ladders,
Right.
and, doing
I
Right.
love that.
Love
I
it.
love
install.
that.
So I think that that's very important.
I
to
love
me as
that
well.
you're thinking ahead
Oh,
yeah.
and
absolutely.
realizing and understanding that, one of the things I tell my kids all the time, one day that basketball is going to stop.
Yeah.
So I always tell them education is key. So for
Exactly.
the fact that you are like thinking ahead,
Already
knowing
putting that.
and getting prepared, and
Yep.
even though you're allowing your son to be, the shoulders that he stands on for him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Through your struggles, through the adversity and afflictions, all the things, you're paving the way for him. And even knowing that one day it's going to be like, okay, my son, I'm going to need you to be carry the torch.
Right.
Yeah.
absolutely.
And then just
That's
the fact that
awesome.
you also are even having that mindset. You know what I'm saying? Some
Yeah.
people get in the industry and they get to going and getting the
Yes.
money, getting the, the attention and all that, and they forget about that.
Yeah.
The foundation of what is, where it came from
Yeah.
and what to do to keep it up. And like I said, when you have children involved, you really got to think about their future.
Yeah.
And you really got to think about, like you said, if you want to have a legacy or not. You know what I'm saying? Because it can come and it can go real quick. And when it goes real quick, it can be hard sometimes to get back to that. But just the fact that you have all that stuff that you just mentioned is amazing. Your son has a great father. And, his your legacy you're leaving is going to be great for him.
Yes.
That's amazing. And like you said, too, with the backbone thing with your wife, that was very important. A lot of people don't realize, it's a partnership. And, for her to support your dreams and you still support her, that's amazing.
Yes.
Because it can be hard in a relationship where things can be in a competition in some marriages.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
see the other spouse doing better than the other one, and now we got a problem.
Yeah.
But Brianna has always been
She
supportive.
has.
We love her.
Yeah,
And she be
has.
in there getting it just
Yeah,
like you.
she
We be like, oh,
does.
look, what you need us to do?
Girl,
Stand
you
out
see
the
her
way.
behind the bar. She'll be there blowing up
Yes.
balloons, getting stuff
She
together.
be
Like
on it.
she's about that
Absolutely,
life, and I
absolutely.
love that for
Yes.
y'all.
And in the village too, like you said, the family. We're mothers as well, so it does take a village to raise children or just to be in that. We're entrepreneurs as well, so
Yeah.
we get it, and I love
Yeah.
that y'all have that support and that y'all support each other, and you doing your thing.
I'm trying. I'm out here trying.
You is
So-
doing it, baby.
So for like anybody that may be wanting to like get in that space, like do you plan on doing any teaching, any like start getting like some people like assistants or like
Yes.
some what is it called?
Like classes, mentorships or
yeah,
something?
mentorships.
So I do have a team now, and so I'm an educator by day. So I am an assistant principal by day, and
Hey.
so
Okay, education.
all right.
So
I
I
loved
do eventually want to do classes, but I always tell people there's always timing in everything you do.
Yeah.
Amen.
And so I want to be intentional about what I'm giving people.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of amazing classes where people do a lot of amazing work,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that one of the things that make people fall short a lot of time is the infrastructure of business.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that as I prepare, it's coming soon. It's
Yes.
coming soon.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I want to make sure that I am bringing value to people, that
Come
when
on.
they walk away from the class, they don't feel like I did pretty work. He showed
Yeah.
me pretty things.
Yeah.
But actually, how do I build an infrastructure to go in this business
Mm-hmm.
and actually make money?
Come on.
Because at the end of the day, one things I think that we don't talk about a lot in entrepreneurship is
Mm-hmm.
that you can walk away from an opportunity.
Yeah.
Like y'all do here, y'all fly out. You
Yeah.
can walk away from opportunity. You can walk away from a set. You can walk away from a gala and it be beautiful. And you made $50.
$50.
And so I think that's the part people don't like to talk about is that in entrepreneurship, this is your bread and butter.
Yeah.
And so although
How
we
you
make
take care of
things
your
beautiful,
family.
you got to make money.
We
out
gotta
of
make
it.
money,
And
yeah.
so I think
Yeah.
that although I do beautiful things, one of the things that I want to really help people navigate through is infrastructure of a business and what it looks like in the space that I'm in events. So.
And that's definitely going to set you apart from the next, I
for
feel,
sure.
because for sure they're not doing that right
Yeah.
now. People are not out here teaching that, you know what I'm saying? It's just little bits here, little
Yeah.
bits there, you know, the gatekeeping thing, as they
Yeah,
say.
no, it's
And
real.
I know you wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
So that
no.
would be, we need an
want,
Alfred.
I want people to come out and be like, when they get on a podcast,
Yeah.
be like Alfred Rucker, the event
Okay.
architect,
No,
helped me
for real.
start, like understanding like money and the value and
Yes,
pricing
it's important.
and how like people will tell you you have to know your own worth and
That's
you if you do your research, you know how much it costs to produce events. And a lot of times
Yes.
people look at my work and they're like, dang, but I also did the research.
Right.
And I backed it with knowledge before I went to the client on this is how much this investment is
Yes.
for your event. Because a lot of times a client say, well, I want all of this, and they get on Pinterest and they show you amazing things, but they don't understand the cost that's associated with this,
Yeah.
and that Pinterest. And so I think
So I've
that's
heard you
important.
like mention that. So would
Yeah.
you say that that's like one of your struggles? Like what would be like a struggle as an event architect? Like what is like some of the things that like you go through like just being in that space?
I think that
Like figuring out navigating pricing.
Yeah,
and stuff like
navigating
that?
pricing. And I always tell people, like, they're like, okay, I always try to tell people that most of the times it's people's first wedding.
Yeah.
They don't know
yeah.
how much flowers really cost.
Yeah.
They don't. They navigate through the way they want it to look, but a lot of times they don't navigate through how much it actually costs to
yeah.
produce, or they don't think about every person that you invite to, whether it's a dinner or a gala or a wedding.
Right.
That there's a cost associated with that because every person has a chair, every person has a charger, a
Yeah.
napkin.
Yeah.
Every 8 to 10 people is another floral or
Yeah.
candle centerpiece, and
Yeah.
so a lot of times it's up to us to not only have recommendations and give that design element to them, but also educate
Yeah, I
them
was going to say.
and also navigate through. I think my clients will say, like, he helped us with everything, but I think pricing is so important because
Yeah.
Very important.
a lot of times people are like, hey, this year I had a 1-year-old birthday party and my wife's birthday party. So
Yes, and you
I always
did
tell
that.
people, I'm my own client sometimes, and I'm like, oh,
Ooh,
how
Lord.
much?
Right.
But yeah, I think that is so
Yeah.
important, and I think that we always, pricing is always going to be something
That's-
in
yeah.
a service industry that
Yes.
we're going to struggle with.
You're right.
Because people go into Louis Vuitton, right? And the Neverfull then went up 1,000 times, and people are going to pay whatever the Neverfull
Whatever it
costs.
is, every
But
time.
when people are provided with a service, something about service sometimes to people they feel like can be negotiated.
You are so right about
Yes,
that.
That is so true.
So true.
And because of that, we have to stand firm into
That's right.
our value.
Value, yes.
Me and
your
Rashina
value.
are both like service providers
Yes,
as well. So we
yes.
know exactly
know
what
exactly.
you're saying.
Exactly.
Oh,
but
yeah.
sometimes you kind of come into it like someone's like, ooh, that's too high. Like, how does that make you feel? Because for me personally, like me and Rashina, we've been doing hair for over 20 years.
Yeah.
So at this point, we're like, oh, okay, well, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you know what
because,
I'm saying?
there's somebody out there for everybody.
Absolutely.
And my thing is, we put in the work to get to where we are.
Absolutely.
So we, feel like our prices are worth whatever, or our worth,
absolutely.
is our experience and all that. So people don't take that into consideration.
Right.
But like you said, as entrepreneur or like a service provider, it is a more negotiable type of career. People want to, $10 off. You can't do it for 500. It's like, no, 15.
Yeah.
I said what I said.
I said
Well,
what I
for me,
said.
like, for example, like some people may disagree with this, but I charge my family.
Yeah.
And I do that because
Yes.
you're going to go somewhere else and pay it,
Yeah.
and they respect me and they do it.
And then they
you know what I'm
support
saying?
you.
And they
Yeah.
So,
support me and they love it.
And I'm
you
gonna
know?
tell you this: my friends,
They may not pay the whole price,
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying.
yes.
my friends, they pay.
They pay,
Like,
yes.
And I think that is
That's
key
the same.
because at the end of the day, too, like. Your friends are taking up your time.
Yes.
Your family takes up your time.
Just
And
as much of a
course
client.
You're going to like navigate through like you ain't gonna pay all the service fees. and
Right,
things like that.
right.
But at the same time, like you're a client.
Yes.
You want the service, and I always tell people the service doesn't change because you're my friend, you're my family.
That's right.
That's right.
I've
We're
known
still
you
going to
for
give you
years.
A+ service.
I'm gonna
Yes.
give you A+ service, and
Yep.
in that
Yep.
means that there's a cost associated. And I think a lot of times the issue is that people think you provide the things, but they don't understand the service.
Yes.
And they don't understand the labor line of
Yes.
this weekend I had 14 people working for me and paying
Wow.
14 people.
That's
And what
right.
that looks like
Okay.
to put your wedding together or a baby shower or whatever it might be, it's not just me
It's not-
anymore.
yeah.
And so to
Yeah.
navigate through what that looks like. And there's also a lot of hidden costs that people don't understand about doing events. They don't think about AV and production, lighting. They don't think about sometimes the elements of draping a whole room to transform it and what those silent costs are.
Yes.
And so I think that also is important to think about when they're talking about value and price.
Yes.
And any person who knows me is the price is the price.
Okay.
I work hard. And because of that,
That's
I think
right.
that when you have a brand
Yeah.
and
Clock
you work
it.
on your brand and there's a reason why you're looking on the internet.
No, for
and
real.
You see and you like the way my stuff looks.
You
is
are the
because
Pinterest board.
People
That
have paid the
part.
price and they have invested in what they want their
Right.
events to look like.
That's right.
And I have to give credit to my clients because their investment is they love the aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
They want it to look a certain way, and so they pay that. So shout out to the LME clients
Okay.
because y'all keep me booked and busy,
Yes,
and I
yes.
love that.
So
Yes.
anybody that wants to know who you are, where to find you, what you do, anything extra beside all the great information that you've given us
Yes.
today,
Yes.
what are your tags like to where they can
So
contact
you can find me at labelmeexclusive.com. Of course, on Instagram, label me exclusive. You can also find us on TikTok, label me exclusive. So look, I'm trying, y'all. I
Yes.
feel like I'm in the middle of the way of like, I'm young, but not young enough to be on all these social media handles.
Ooh, yeah.
Handle
It's a lot
I said
for
tags,
us.
but-
But yeah, so yeah, you can find me on the internet for sure.
Yes.
And then if you ever want to send in an inquiry, it's just label me exclusiveco@gmail.com as well. So that's where you can send a
Wonderful.
straight
Perfect.
inquiry, but also our inquiry is on our website where if you click inquiry, you'll give us all your information and somebody will reach out to you.
Wonderful.
Well, we just want to say we are so proud of you.
Very.
We definitely are giving you your flowers,
Hands
not
down.
just today,
Appreciate
but in the
that.
past. Like,
Yes.
just for everything. We just love you. We're
Y'all
so
was
proud
my
of you.
started from the bottom client.
Okay, and we are so proud to be that. Okay, and we are so just.
But we already knew from jump
We
who
already
you
knew.
would be. We
Yeah.
already
It was
spoke
over.
this. We already knew.
Yeah.
It
Not
was
saying
coming.
we're the person because we all know that God is the person who
Yeah.
ordained all
But y'all
this.
really
Right.
did. Y'all really did, and I appreciate y'all and what y'all have done for the community and how y'all support and mentor
thank
younger
you.
girls. And I don't think that Dallas is Dallas without DuoDivas.
Oh,
Truly,
thank you.
I think that it's a difference in being them girls, but also allowing your light to shine beyond that, to
Yeah.
understand that there's people and places outside of us.
Yeah.
But being impactful is about the legacy you leave behind. And I
That's
think y'all are
right.
truly, y'all have done that. Y'all continue to
Thank
do
you
that
so
in the
much.
hair industry. Y'all have made a name for yourselves, and nobody ever says like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
Duo Divas." They're
yeah.
always saying they're so sweet, they're so loving and things like that. And y'all have truly been that for our family. Y'all did Brianna hair since she was 16,
16.
and so
Back in the
and
day.
so just that and how y'all cultivate
Yes.
other young ladies, and then they see how y'all are polished. Y'all are not out here, just doing whatever, and it's okay, and that's a season for everybody.
That's
I always
right.
tell them, but I think that y'all give them a vision and a model of what it looks like to get older in your profession and actually be a class act. And I appreciate that. That's
Well,
what
we
y'all
appreciate
bring
We
that.
to the
Thank
table.
you so
appreciate
much.
you and those kind words.
Yes.
That is so sweet and so
Yes.
kind. But you are here for us to give you your flowers.
Okay,
Okay.
but whenever somebody
appreciate
reaches out
you.
to you, it's an honor and a blessing as well. So I had to do that before
Yes.
I leave.
Well, thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. We support you always. We are grateful for you. Also, just excited to see where your future continues to just
Yes.
rise, because we know it's
Yes.
going up.
And they taking me down in 2025.
That's
We've been
okay.
booked and busy, but 2026, we're excited. So if you have a wedding, 2026 and 2027, we are booking now.
Y'all
be
heard
left
what he
off-
said.
Don't be left off the list.
That's
you know?
right.
So book
Yes.
now. And I always tell people that too. If you have somebody that you really like, book them as quick as possible,
Yeah.
because just like you like them, other people
That's
like
right.
them, and we're entrepreneurs, first come, first
That's
serve.
right. Books
So,
book up quickly.
so that's
And
just
it's
what
hard
it
to
is.
squeeze
Yeah,
folks in
it
and
is.
stuff. So,
It is.
yes.
So if you could say anything that you want anybody to know, what would that be? What would you want someone, as they're watching Duo Diva podcast, what would you want them to remember you for?
Me, just somebody who follows their passion, right?
Okay.
And the money will come.
Yes.
And so whatever you do, really be intentional about what do you love to do, follow your passion, and the money will come.
Okay.
It's gonna be hard work. It's gonna be days you broke. And I mean broke. Zero, negative 500, 5,000 before you make it.
That's right.
But follow your passion, the money will come. Keep God first, and you'll be all right.
All right. Yes.
Thank you so much.
We thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely.
We really are grateful for you and appreciate you. Like I said, you are a pillar in the community, and we are so excited
I
for you.
appreciate that.
Yes. So, like I said, we thank you for coming on today. We look
Absolutely.
forward to seeing what you have for your future. And again, y'all, say goodbye to our boy, Mr. Alfred.
We hate to see you.
It was great to see
But we
him,
know you
and
got
we
work to
thank
do.
y'all. Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all for tuning in with us today on today's episode. We enjoyed our guest. He was amazing. And y'all stay tuned for the next one. We out. Are a pillar in the community, and we are so excited
I
for you.
appreciate that.
Yes. So, like I said, we thank you for coming on today. We look
Absolutely.
forward to seeing what you have for your future. And again, y'all, say goodbye to our boy, Mr. Alfred.
We hate to see you.
It was great to see
But we
him,
know you
and
got
we
work to
thank
do.
y'all. Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all for tuning in with us today on today's episode. We enjoyed our guest. He was amazing. And y'all stay tuned for the next one. We out.